Jewel came home late from work. She quickly turned on the message from her mother but did not really listen to its meaning. She must have said some uninteresting and insignificant things. Besides, Tim should be here any minute to spend a romantic evening with Jewel. However, Tim didn't show up and didn't even call Jewel back. The next day, she discovered that the bank card she had given Tim was empty, and there was a substantial amount on it. Jewel saved this money for her apartment, and Tim ran away with it. She went to the police, but her mood was still at zero. And just during this difficult period, her mother pestered her with calls. Jewel broke down and answered. Greta said that she wanted to come to visit her daughter, and Jewel, without thinking, agreed. She could not meet her in a good mood, as all her thoughts were about the missing money. Greta, noticing her daughter wasn't herself, said, "I don't know what happened to you, but I can always help you with the door." Jewel was surprised. "No matter what happens to you, no matter what misfortune overtakes you, my doors are always open to you, daughter. I will listen, help in any way I can, and give you care." Jewel thought that she hadn't been visiting her mother in 3 years because of her busy work schedule, and now on weekends she tried to visit her. Greta was very pleased with her daughter's arrival, and Jewel felt rested and happy at her mother's house. She was also helped getting her money back. This happy news cheered the woman up, but then another misfortune happened. Greta became seriously ill. Now she could not live alone and needed care. Jewel offered to live with her, but Greta refused. "Mom, you've always kept your doors open for me, and I want to do the same for you." Jewel gave up a lot of work so she could spend time with her mom. She took her to the hospital, bought her meds, nursed her, and entertained her as best she could. But doctors gave disappointing diagnoses, and one day Greta became very ill. Jewel called an ambulance and went with her to the hospital. The doctor informed her that she didn't have much time left and that Jewel could say goodbye to her. The woman entered the ward, sat down next to her mother, and took her hand. Greta smiled at her daughter and said, "Happiness is not money or a career, but a person who can open his doors to you without any problems." These were her last words, which Jewel remembered for the rest of her life. She began to work less and take more care of herself, and soon she met a good man who always kept his doors open for her. Many people do not understand that happiness lies not in material goods, but in unconditional love. A person can live without a large sum and without a luxurious home, but without love, he will suffocate.